Hi, Susan Leahy here from robertsrulesmadesimple.com. Now, many of my clients find me because they're feeling the pain of being on a board where people are working against each other instead of working with each other. Now, this video is dedicated to sharing with you how Robert's Rules of Order can actually be a team-building tool. Now, I want to dedicate this video to Susan. She's a woman in Florida who's a part of a homeowners association that I was talking to not too long ago. Now, when Susan was describing her board, she used words such as toxic, divisive, disrespectful, not trusting. Now, I don't know about you, but this doesn't necessarily seem like the place I'd want to conduct business. But I have to tell you, these types of conversations are all too familiar. People are feeling the pain of being on destructive boards. So how do you make your board not be destructive? Well, you do that by turning them into a team. When I'm hired to come in and work with boards, the first thing that I do is I sit in front of that board and I ask them a very important question. I ask them, are you going to be a group or are you going to be a team? The reality is, asking this question puts team in the forefront of everybody's mind. You see, lots of boards just become groups of people who end up working against each other, playing that he said, she said, or us versus them game that gets you absolutely nowhere and ends up tiring you out. So by really putting and framing Robert's Rules of Order as a team-building tool, a communication technique that will help you get work done, will transform the way you run meetings. While a group can be a destructive or toxic place, a team is a space where people actually get work done, and they get work done feeling valued in the process. At the center of any great team lies the ability to communicate and make decisions. When used properly, Robert's Rules of Order inspires the feeling of team. I love Robert's Rules of Order because it's not just about taking care of business. It really is about taking care of the people who are conducting the business. What's the point of sitting in a meeting and getting work done, but everybody around you is frustrated and ticked off? We need to change our paradigm. Meetings should feel good. They shouldn't feel frustrating. Robert's Rules of Order really provides an outline for people to follow with respects to how to communicate and ultimately make decisions. Okay, so what should your board do to inspire team? I've got 3 simple steps. Step number 1 is ask the question. Now, I referred to this earlier. Ask your board the question, are we going to be a group or are we going to be a team? By asking this question, you're actually shifting the members' mindsets to think about this experience as a team, not just as a group of people. So give people the option. Ask the question, are we going to be a group or are we going to be a team? Step number 2, teach everyone the basics. You're going to probably hear this in almost all of my videos, but you cannot underestimate the importance of teaching your members the basics. Too many times, individuals are struggling with the basics of this language. How to make a main motion, how to make an amendment, how to amend an amendment, and then how to vote on those properly. Make sure that everybody understands the 7 fundamental motions used during most meetings. Once you're able to do that collectively as a team, you're going to exponentially increase your effectiveness as a board. Step number 3. This happens to be one of my personal favorites. I want you to think about how you can make your meetings a team learning environment. Say it with me, a learning environment. How many times do we walk into meetings and we're scared to be in the room? We're afraid to raise our hands because we're not going to do it right, or somebody's going to yell at us, or somebody's going to roll their eyes, or something's going to be dictated in the minutes that proves that I'm the person doing the wrong thing. We need to create a space where people feel free to participate in meetings. We need to create a learning environment. If people don't understand what's going on and they don't feel comfortable enough to raise their hand, you're going to get nowhere. You're going to waste your time. So it's so important to create a space where people feel like they can actually learn and ask questions. So I have to say that some of my clients and some of my best clients actually take this to heart. And what they do is they take my Parliamentary Procedure DVD into the meeting with them. So if it's a new board that's gathering for the first few times, what they'll actually do in the meetings is they will etch out 15 minutes in their schedule, in their agenda, to actually watch a portion of the DVD. And so for the next 4 meetings, they're going to watch a portion of the DVD learning the language together. Create a learning environment where people feel comfortable to participate, get involved, and ask questions. When people feel comfortable, they're going to give more of themselves. One final thought before I finish is that I really want you to understand that being a part of a group is easy, but being part of a team, it's hard. It's actually earned. It's something that you need to aspire and work towards. Groups, they can become toxic, divisive, and disrespectful places to be. But teams are where creativity, innovation, and productivity live. So don't get caught just thinking that Robert's Rules of Order is just a bunch of rules. It really is a process to support people in communicating in a way that's going to help them make powerful decisions that will ultimately affect their organizations. Again, my name is Susan Leahy, and happy meetings.